What's in a name? The confusing history of popes named Benedict. When it comes to the papacy, there is a long history of confusing names. Perhaps the most confusing of all is the name Benedict. There have been popes named Benedict in the history of the Catholic Church, and the legacy of each of them still lives on today. We will explore the confusing history of popes named Benedict, from the first Benedict to the most recent. From their divergent beliefs to their legacies, we'll cover it all. Why are there so many popes named Benedict? Since the establishment of the Catholic Church, over a dozen men have been appointed as pope and have taken the name Benedict. From the first to the last, their stories are full of conflict, intrigue, and mystery. And the history of these pontiffs should be remembered. Throughout history, there have been several reasons for popes to take the name Benedict. Some chose it as a tribute to the founder of Western monasticism, St. Benedict of Nursia. Others chose the name to show their commitment to reform in the Church. Regardless of the reason, it's clear that each pope with the name Benedict has made his unique mark on the history of the papacy. We will explore the lives and legacies of these pontiffs named Benedict, starting with Pope Benedict I, who was appointed in 575 AD, and ending with Pope Benedict X, who was declared an antipope in 1058 AD. We will examine their accomplishments, struggles, and impact on the Catholic Church. We will also consider what the future might hold for popes named Benedict. Pope Benedict I, the first Pope Benedict. The first Pope Benedict was elected in 575 CE, and was the 44th Pope in the line of succession. He was a monk from Nursia, Italy, and had a very successful career in the Church before his election. He fought against Arianism, a heresy that denied the full divinity of Jesus, and promoted the importance of Rome over other sees. He also held several synods to promote his teachings, including the Third Council of Toledo, which condemned various heretical teachings. Pope Benedict I's papacy is often remembered for his efforts to bring unity to the Church. He was known as a peacemaker and did much to reconcile various religious factions that had become divided. He is also remembered for restoring properties and documents taken during previous crises. His papacy ended after just 2 years, but his legacy remains today as an example of how even a short papacy can impact the future of the Church. Pope Benedict II, the Reformer. Pope Benedict II was the second pope to bear the name and served as the head of the Church from 684 to 685. He is known for reforming the Church and tackling several issues, such as the spread of heresy. Benedict was born in Rome and was a monk before becoming pope. He was appointed as pontiff by Emperor Constantine IV. His reign saw the development of church law, which set strict guidelines for administering sacraments and ceremonies. He also implemented reforms in celibacy and the canonical election of bishops. Unfortunately, Benedict only served 1 year as pope before his death in 685. Nonetheless, his short reign saw significant changes within the Church, laying the foundations for future reformers such as Gregory VII and Innocent III. Pope Benedict III, the troubled times. Pope Benedict III was elected in 855 and reigned during great turmoil in the Church. He faced a divided clergy and laity and had to deal with multiple claimants to the papal throne. Benedict III had to contend with 2 other claimants, Anastasius Bibliothecarius and the anti-pope Anastasius. He also faced internal strife from within the church, such as a revolt by the Roman nobility against the papacy. Benedict III was not a popular pope. He had to confront many enemies who wanted to replace him. In 858, an assembly of Roman nobles declared Benedict deposed and elected the anti-pope Anastasius instead. The same year, a group of Roman citizens forced Benedict out of the city and proclaimed Anastasius the rightful pope. Fortunately for Benedict, Emperor Louis II of Italy sided with him and restored him to the papacy. This was a significant victory for Benedict and a sign that he still had supporters in Rome. However, his troubles were not over yet. His rival claimants continued to plot against him, and he was even forced to flee Rome twice in 860 and 861.